Hello and welcome to the Voice of Rio Grande. I'm Dr. Donna Mitchell, Dean of the College of Professional and Technical Studies, along with my co-host, Dr. Heather Duda, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences. Interim Dean, but I just call her Dean.
Thanks.
Well, we have spring break around the corner.
We do, and I have to say, as I'm sure many in this area have already noticed, spring seems to be here no matter what the calendar says. I've got crocuses up.
I know. I'm not a winter person, so I have to say I've enjoyed the weather. I can't really complain about winter this year, and Rio looks beautiful. Kind of looks like spring is starting to pop.
It does, and I've noticed the students must be feeling it. A lot of students are out and about doing things on campus. They're hanging out outside the buildings, chatting. It really does feel like spring.
I saw a student in shorts the other day. I said,
Yeah.
"Are you not cold?" "No, it feels good." Well, today we have a special guest. We have Beatty with us today, and he teaches in our accounting program in the School of Business. Welcome, Al.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's a pleasure to be on with you.
And I'm really excited about some of the topics for today because, as we all know, with spring comes income tax season, right?
Yes, deep into tax season mode now. Now when you're in February and you have a couple more months to finish out the season, and this year, because of Easter falling the way it does and a special DC holiday on the Monday after Easter, you have until April 18th. So we have an extra 3 days to file and prepare tax returns.
So I have an extra 3 days if I owe anything to put that stamp on that
Yes.
envelope and send it out.
And crawl slowly to the mailbox and put it in there.
Wait until midnight.
Yes, exactly.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Al.
I grew up in Fairfield County in Lancaster, and I went to Franklin University with a degree in finance and pursued being a stockbroker. And then from there, I had a lot of clients that wanted help with taxes, and like a lot of people in the business, I took an HR block tax course. And then this was about 25 years ago, more people wanted help with taxes than the investments, and so ended up being more of a tax business. And then from there, my wife had mentioned that she saw that I enjoyed the teaching with my clients rather than filling out the forms, and ended up that evolved into teaching on the side, and then the pursuit of master's degree in taxation, and then from there, eventually teaching here at Rio. So that's how that worked out.
Well, we're really glad you have that love for teaching because I think you've been a real asset to our program.
Thank you. I enjoy all the students, including these two that we're going to have on here in a little bit.
And I'm excited about our two student guests too because they're going to tell us their perspective of a program that you have going on now called the VITA Program.
Yes, VITA, although sometimes I butchered up and call it VITA, but I think the real name is supposed to be VITA, for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. And what that is for folks where the students have went through some training modules, IRS training modules supervised by faculty here at the college. And in fact, I have to actually go through it as well. And every year you have to go through this process. And then once you take these certain levels of tests, then we prepare tax returns for the community, for those in need, for free, federal and state income tax preparation.
That's a great service.
Yes, it is. It's for people that's geared towards lower incomes of $54,000 in adjusted gross income or less.
How does someone go through the process of contacting you, asking to be considered for the program, getting an appointment with you? What's the process there?
We have very good question, because we work on appointments only. So we're open Monday late afternoons, evenings, 4:30 to 7:30 p.m. Tuesdays, 10:30 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And then Fridays, 12 noon to 4 o'clock. And then from that, to make an appointment during those times, you could contact me at abeatty@rio.edu or call me at 740-245-7288. Then also Mary Leffler, the other accounting instructor, her email address is mleffler@rio.edu, and phone number 740-245, and I think I'm going to have to look at my little sheet here, 7482. So either one of us can make an appointment.
Great.
Okay, great. And this is all approved through the Internal Revenue Service, is that correct?
Yes, and we had a surprise visit yesterday. They told us we had 3 IRS reps come out this past September to inspect the site, and gave us the green light officially and everything to have this program. And they said that we may very well have someone come around. And I kind of told, well, you know, the IRS is like, they're understaffed and and so forth, under budget. Well, lo and behold, and I wasn't on campus yesterday, and I'm the main culprit that got this going, and here I get a text message that an IRS visitor was on site. And Mary, the other accounting instructor, had to work with him, but from what I understand, it went very, very well.
Good.
Yes, is very good, and then the added extra pressure is because I'm kind of more in this teaching mode. I've been referring my clients that qualify on my tax business to come here. So it was one of my tax clients I've been preparing for several years. So here I was away from campus, and my students was preparing a return for someone I prepared in the past with an IRS agent reviewing it. So that did make for unsettling moments there for a while, but everything went very well.
I would not have wanted to be that student.
No.
No, I spoke with him today, and he said yes, it was a little unnerving, but he got through it.
He survived.
Yes.
Oh, I think that's a great testament to the program, though,
Right.
and that the Internal Revenue Service has even come and has looked at what we're doing, and they're fine with it. So,
Yes, yes, it made me feel better.
yeah.
Yeah. Did the student have any insight into maybe that would be a path he'd want to pursue after meeting someone who worked for the IRS?
He did not mention that, no. I think he's still trying to give her the shock.
So, how did you come about finding this VITA program? What was the impetus for you to start it here on campus?
When I was a student many years ago, not too long ago, I mean, it was not in horse and buggy days, but when I was a student at Capitol pursuing my master's degree, they had this program up there. And I don't know what, I was just thinking of different ideas of outreach, because these colleges, try to do, like we do here at Rio, community outreach, and to get something that's actual hands-on experience. Because I've noticed, which is very true, the students, their eyes really light up when they're finishing up with a client, because it doesn't matter how well you present things in the book, nothing in life is like the book. There's always some snag, somebody forgot a form, something's not right on their form or whatever. There's all these things you run into, and they're really seeing what it's like. And then the time constraints, not only doing the return, but the time constraints where you have these people booked up and you got more coming in behind them, and everyone wants to get the return done.
So they're really getting the real world experience of what
Yes.
it's like to be an accountant and to do taxes for people.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
It is wonderful, yes.
How many clients have you seen? Do you have any idea?
We have 15 we've filed so far, but we've had several others that have come in, just because you can do that too. If you want to just come in and just have advice, we're willing to give advice. And there have been some that came in. There's been so much confusion on the Affordable Care Act, like Heather we mentioned earlier, that there was an elderly couple that they thought they had to file a return just because of that. And based on their circumstances of Social Security income, they're covered under Medicare. They didn't need to file a return. They were just relieved to not have to go through the whole
Right.
process. So there have been some people we've helped just with advice.
And that saved those folks some money too, to go to somebody who might give them professional advice that you don't need to file anything.
Exactly.
But yet you would have a bill for
Yes,
for the
exactly.
advice.
And so it frees up everybody, frees up the tax accountant that really needs to focus on the more complex returns, and it saves the person, the taxpayer, paying that bill, and it gives our students an opportunity to learn the skill as well as community service and just overall customer service skills.
And it's brand new, so with anything, it takes a while to get the information out there, get news out that we're doing this for people, that it really is free of charge, and that students are well educated so that it will be done correctly.
Yes, so by all means, if you're out there watching us in TV land, give us a call or send an email, because we would like to work with you.
That's great.
Yeah.
I think that as the years roll on, we'll probably see more and more clients, and might have more clients than what you can accommodate.
I think so, and that was a concern, a thought, but I've told people, and I still feel this way, I'd rather be like a good restaurant where it's so booked up you can't get in than sitting around twiddling your thumbs. I really don't want that to happen,
Right.
because everyone gets discouraged, the students don't want to do it, and so forth.
Right. And you have 2 students with us today.
Yes, we have Chloe and Marissa.
And so we'll get to talk to those folks. They've both been doing the preps for the tax reports, right?
Yes,
Completing those.
they went through the training and been doing the returns.
So we'll get an opportunity to get the experience from a student perspective.
I think that's very important. So I think that that'll be happening here soon, the way it looks.
In just a second. Well, thank you, Al, for coming on
Thank
with
you.
us today. and
Thanks for having us.
For everything you do for Rio. We
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank
It's
you.
been wonderful to have my red shirt and Rio tie.
Don't lose that Rio tie.
No, I will not.
You know, Heather, it's great that we have these services that are available to the community. I think that part of our mission at Rio Grande is to be an outreach to the community. So it always makes me feel good when I see the services we can provide. And with our students being involved in that, it's just an added plus for us, I think, and for the students.
I agree, and I always like to see students involved in any sort of project, anything that I think, as Al said, that sort of professional experience. Anytime we can help our students get some experience that's going to help them maybe in the path that they've chosen, or maybe help them determine if it's a path they want to choose.
Right.
I think that's valuable all around.
Nothing like real world experience. Like Al
Absolutely.
said, you can read about it in a book, but when you actually get there and have to do whatever it is you're learning to do, it's a little bit different. Well, we have a guest with us. Could you
Hello.
introduce yourself, please, to the camera?
Yes, I am a senior major at the University of Rio Grande, and my name is Chloe Nart.
Okay, and
Glad
so
to be
you're
here.
a senior majoring in accounting?
Yes, I am. Minor in information technology and business. So
Okay.
I'm also a student of the honors program with Dr. Duda.
So you know Dr. Duda from another area.
Set of classes, yes.
What made you come to Rio?
I like to tell students here, because I'm a student ambassador, that it was in God's plan for me to come here. I took about 10 college tours here, 12 to be exact, before I actually made the decision to come here. And it's a small, affordable, comfortable university. So that's reassuring.
Well, we're glad you're here.
And
Glad to be here.
Chloe, I can say, because I, as she mentioned, have worked with Chloe for several years now, because you're a senior now. She is extremely involved in the community, so I am not surprised to see that she is involved with this initiative as well.
Yes, when Professor Beatty brought up the opportunity to have VITA here on campus with a few other students, accounting majors mostly, and accounting minors, I sort of jumped on that opportunity to get involved.
Where are you from originally?
I'm from Cincinnati, Ohio.
So you came from the big city to
Yes,
the country.
small town, still a culture shock.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
It's a bit different than Cincinnati.
Very different, very, yes.
So what do you like about participating in the VITA program?
Mostly getting to know people that aren't students outside of the university community, and just getting to know them on a personal level. Part of what I do is intake and interviews, so getting to know them, filling out basic forms and general information, and sometimes they do have questions about the entire return process, or if you don't get a return, paying taxes process. So sort of getting to inform them, or at least I get to look forward into looking for the information to give back to them, even if I don't know.
So does each student have a different role in this VITA program?
Yes, what I do is interview and intake, and that is comprised of filling out a basic form, and, well, it's actually not basic, it's 2 pages long. It's very, very personal information regarding tax forms and dependents. But I fill out that form, and then I hand it over to our tax preparers. So
And are the tax preparers also students?
they are students as well, and we have one site administrator that is a student, and that is Isaac Andrews. He's an accounting major as well.
So what do you have to do to be a site administrator?
They go through an entirely different process. It's not too different, but it's a little more detailed every step. So you have the intake and interviewer, which is what I am, and then you have the tax preparer, and then you have the site administrator. And that's sort of the chain of command, and every step up requires a little more responsibility, and quite a bit more responsibility actually.
Do you, now that you've had an opportunity to participate in this program, do you hope to pursue an area of interest in taxation, or are you thinking this was a great opportunity and maybe head a different direction?
Starting off with taxes as a class with Professor Beatty, I was very scared. Federal forms are a really big deal, and my fear was that I would mess someone's entire life up. But after the class, I felt a little more confident, and once VITA became an opportunity for me, that helped me to build my confidence, as well as a separate internship outside of the university. So now I'm pretty sure that I want to pursue a professional career in income tax.
Wow, that's wonderful.
That's a great testament to the program.
Yes,
it really
it is.
You went into something not knowing if you'd even like it or could do it.
Yes, and it's helping to build my confidence. Outside of interviewing and intake, Professor Beatty works with the students, whether they're intake or preparers, to build their confidence with preparing returns.
And that's a big part of it.
Yes.
It is.
Yes.
Well, that's wonderful. What would be your advice to a student who might be thinking about an accounting major at Rio Grande?
Well, accounting major is no longer offered, but to take in an accounting minor, I would say go for it and don't be scared of numbers. It's a basic arithmetic.
Was that something you knew from being in school that was an area of interest for you? In high
Yes.
school, maybe?
In high school, I had an amazing accounting teacher. She made it interesting, fun, and easy to understand. And since then, I've had a good experience with accounting professors, especially Professor Beatty, who make their subjects interesting and full of enthusiasm and passion about the subject.
That's wonderful. And he didn't pay you to say that either.
No, he did not, and I'm not taking classes with him, so I won't be getting an A or anything.
I always like to hear when students have positive experiences
too.
Yes.
and ones that are professionally driven.
Yes.
Well, we appreciate your time being with us today.
And I'm glad to be here representing VITA.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It just makes me feel so good to see the students that we have, Heather, and the quality of students we draw.
Absolutely. You know, I think that our student population is just so wonderfully outstanding. I think that so many of our students come and they take advantage of all the opportunities that we offer, academic opportunities, community opportunities. We could have easily probably spent a lot more time talking to Chloe, and I think that that's true of any of our students, to find out more about what they like and what they're interested in and how they're involved on campus.
And they bring such a wealth of experience because different students from different backgrounds make the conversations just that much more rich.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we also have another student who's joining us today.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Could you give us your name? And
Yes, my name is Marissa Commons. I'm here. I'm a business management major under accounting. The accounting field is no longer offered here anymore. I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. I came here on a track scholarship, and I plan on being here all 4 years.
What
Yes.
year are you now?
I'm a freshman.
You're a
This is my
freshman.
second semester.
Wonderful.
Yes.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Do you like it so far?
Yes, I'm loving it here in Rio. The people, the community, all of my classes, professors, everything. I'm loving it all.
Good. Do you run cross country?
I do the track part. I'm 400, 800, 4x4, and 4x8.
Wow.
You gearing up for the season?
Yes, I am. Just finished indoor. Now we're going into outdoor season. So we're conditioning for that now.
That's great.
Yes.
So, what do you like about the VITA program? What opportunities have you had working with it so far?
I had a lot of great experiences and opportunities being with VITA, just knowing the different people, the whole process of doing it, taking the test and getting certified. At first, I was kind of scared. I was thinking I don't want to mess up anybody's, their tax returns and stuff. But after all the help and all the tests that guided me through it, once I was able to prepare their taxes, it was a nice, easy process. I enjoyed it a lot.
So you're a tax preparer?
Yes, I actually prepare the taxes. Yes, my mother, she works for the IRS, so I was thinking, maybe this is a good experience. My mom do it, I should try. And I actually liked it, and seeing how I was in the accounting, I was like, VITA should be a pretty good experience for me.
Was your mother proud to hear that you were going to be doing taxes for people?
Yes, she was. Yes,
Did she give you any advice?
Yeah, she just be very patient. Be very patient with people.
as somebody who's on the other side of that desk, I appreciate that advice, and I'm sure it's not always easy to be patient.
Yeah.
But how do you handle that when you have a client or somebody who's sitting across from you, and you start to realize that, you know,
Yeah.
How do you manage that?
Well, I just take a deep breath, you know, just be calm and just try to just ease in there, you know, just be very, very calm and settle with them, you know, just if it gets really bad, you know, I just put it in God's hands. Yeah.
How did you hear about Rio Grande?
Actually, one of the coaches contacted my high school coach, and in high school I actually came to visit here for the track team. And once I came here, I really enjoyed it, and I was like, I might consider this as one of my schools. And they kept reaching out to me and everything. When I came for my visit, it was a wonderful tour. And I'm here, and I love it, and I enjoy being here.
And just as our other students said, you're coming from a very large area.
Yes, it's very different. I just got used to it because I'm used to like big city a lot, and this is very different. But I'm used to it now, and I love it here.
Oh, good.
Is there something that you would recommend to students who are considering business and the VITA program?
Yes, I would recommend just to make sure that you're focused, stay focused, because it can be a lot, you know, being in college and stuff, but if you stay focused and determined to get your degree, it'll work out fine.
Have you found that being that we're a smaller school that you get more individual attention?
Yes, I did. I honestly like it better smaller. It's more one-on-one, and I understand more, and I feel more engaged. And the teachers, I feel they're more passionate. And also with the smaller class, everyone is like, I feel they're all interacting and engaged. Versus a bigger class, some people may not be involved. I honestly like the smaller classes.
It's hard to get lost in a small class.
Yeah, it is, and especially if you're up front, it's hard to get lost.
Sometimes that's a good thing, but sometimes that might not be a good thing if you're not prepared that day.
Exactly. It has its pros and cons.
Why did you decide you wanted to be the person who prepared the taxes in the VITA program?
Well, actually, I thought it'd just be a good experience for me doing all the tests to get certified. It was a couple of tests you have to get certified, and the whole process of it was very long. And I was like, you know, while I did a lot of practice tax returns, I wonder how would I be in a real tax return if I was able to do it for practice. I should be able to do it. So I was like, I think I want to step into this. And it worked out fine.
What was the preparation like?
The preparation, it was a smooth process. After Chloe, she sends them up to me. I'm at the computer desk, and they give me their paper, all the general and basic information that they have to fill out. I review it and I read over it, and then we get ready to start the tax return. And if I have like any questions or they have any questions, we're next to each other. I can ask them or they can ask me, and we can receive and give information. It's a very good process.
Sounds like it's a wonderful learning opportunity and a great opportunity to help those in the community.
Yes.
What were you required by the IRS to do in order to be a participant in the program?
You had to pass all this you had to pass all of the tests and get certified. It was, I want to say, about 3 tests you had to take and get certified. They were very long. It took about a couple hours to do the test. We would break it down in different sections.
Was the test online?
Yes. And I also worked the Monday site from 4:30 to 7:30 due to my schedule. So I was only able to work, once a week. But I did a couple tax returns in the little time that I had.
Well, that's great. So you had to fit that in around track practice and everything
in the classes,
else.
Yes. And I'm also part of Student Senate and the American Marketing Association. And we also have an accounting and financing club that I'm a part of too. Oh, wow. So it was a lot going on in my schedule, and I was able to make it happen.
You're a busy girl.
Yeah, it sounds like you must have excellent time management skills.
Yes.
And we sure appreciate you being here, and we're really happy that you're at Rio Grande.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for coming.
Kind of student that makes us proud.
Thank you.
You know, Donna, I'm so impressed with the professionalism of both of the students we've had today. I think that they are just outstanding students, and I know that they're going to do great things in their chosen field. So I look forward to seeing, where they head from here.
I do too. And I know that the School of Business has done some restructuring, so they've done some guided pathways to help our students come in, know exactly what classes they need so that they can stay on track and graduate on time. And I know that makes mom and dad really happy when they're
Yes.
paying the tuition. And more of our programs are going along that same
They
that
really
same
are.
line.
They really are. They're looking for lots of information for our students, so our students can make good, informed decisions and get into their professional lives in a timely manner.
Well, thank you, and I'll see you again next month.
See you next month.